Hey, this is Matt once again. What about the end of the video? This is another paid request, this time for Gia. And for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. Down below the video, pretty much under each of these videos I make. Really do appreciate it. Thank you, Gia. And thank you everyone else out there. I really do appreciate it. But this is not really a review, but Gia mentioned a quick thoughts. So sort of kind of just a quick, brief thoughts on a movie, and then maybe a subject of the movie. Gia wanted my thoughts on Hostel, the 2005 film, and also how I felt about the Jay Hernandez and his character of Paxton. Because Gia likes the actor, didn't mind the character. So again, it's not an in-depth review, but just quick thoughts on. Now, Hostel 2005, I don't think I saw in the theater. I think I saw it afterward on DVD. I'm not big into torture films. I'm just not. They're not my cup of tea. I don't mind the first Saw film. I like it. Saw 2... I can watch. Saw 3 is when it really started losing me. And this one is directed by Eli Roth, which now he's doing a video game movie called Borderlands. I think, was it Kevin Hart and I forget who all the hell is in it. I think Jamie Lee Curtis is in it, Kevin Hart's in it, and others. Can imagine what that movie would be. I've heard of the video game, but I never played it. But yeah, that's what Eli Roth is doing, Borderlands, the movie. But the thing about Hostel, it got a lot of hype when it came out. It's not really a film people mention nowadays. Well, I don't know if I'd say it's forgotten, but it's not really a film people mention. And Hostel, I could watch it for the last third of the movie. Because that's when it becomes a different movie and more my kind of movie, which is a revenge film. That's more, and with some pretty good, pretty good makeup effects. KMB and such worked on it. Because the thing is with the first half of the film, it's these three guys. Jay Hernandez, I think the one guy is Derek Richardson, and the third guy, they go to these different brothels. And this, the way Jay Hernandez and the other guy, the way they just kind of nonchalant with women, and they just come off as douchebag bros. Like, just not really that great of a likable group of characters. I mean, the one guy who could be likable is kind of more of the quiet guy, maybe the quiet virgin type of guy. Which I think, from what I understand with Eli Roth, this is spoilers for a 2005 movie. From what I understand, Eli Roth's frame of mind was the guy who you think will be the lead, he's going to be the first one taken out. And then the guy that you think is the biggest dick, oh, there's no way he's going to be the last. He's going to become the lead. Oh shit, he is. And now you're stuck with this character. And then because of circumstances, you grow to like him. And I think for some good chunk of people, that didn't work. But I have to admit, for me, it kind of did. And I have to give Eli Roth credit for that, at least. I would say I liked it more than Cabin Fever. I don't give a fuck about Green Inferno. I liked Death Wish. I think that's his best film, the Bruce Willis Death Wish movie. I know the guys at deadpit.com, these guys who are friends, C. Tentacle Bell, they hate Eli Roth with a passion. They hate him with a passion. I guess with me, I don't hate him with a passion because I say that for, like, I don't know, Neil Breen. or the later days of Steven Seagal, or something to that effect. Tis the movie, I don't think it's that badly shot of a film, as in the locations that Eli Roth got for the film. Just the torture stuff just isn't for me. It's, there's a bit where a guy's Achilles tendon, the back of your ankle gets cut. It's a pretty nasty, but cool practical effect. There's a while that Eli Roth was like best buddies with Quentin Tarantino, because I think I have the DVD of that, because Tarantino's on the fucking commentary track, which is funny because I don't think there's films he's done that he's done a commentary track on, but he was on there for Hostel. I can't even remember if I got the DVD, but I used to have it. And also Scott Spiegel, who co-wrote Evil Dead 2, and directed films like Intruder and Front Del Dawn 2. He's on the commentary track because they're friends with Eli Roth. And there was a time it's like, fuck, dude, get off Tarantino's dick, man. And it made me go, well, is he getting these jobs because of him and his talent, or is he getting these jobs because he became good friends with Tarantino? And so, let's make Tarantino happy, so let's make Eli Roth happy. So I think it came into that play of, would Eli Roth would he have gotten some opportunities without that? Some say no, just Cabin Fever was successful. Some say yes. That's up to you to decide. But get back to the movie. Like I said, the first half, like I said, you just with these three people that most of them are just unlikable, and there's really not a whole lot to root for them. And I don't think they're giving bad performances. It's just the way the tears are written is just very douchey. With the dialogue they use and all that shit, the way they talk with others, talk to each other. It's like, I wouldn't want to hang out with these guys. But again, when you get to the third act, the second half to the third act, and you're left with Paxton, Jay Hernandez' character, and I like Jay Hernandez as an actor. I know he's now on the Magnum P.I. reboot show. I don't know if that's still on the air, because I don't really watch cable and TV nowadays. He was in Quarantine, which is the remake of Wreck. Like, I've seen him in stuff, and I liked his performance in this, and the fact of, I don't think he gave a bad performance. I know I keep repeating that. If you say he's an unlikable douchebag character, I agree with you, and in a way, Eli Roth did that on purpose, but I think for a lot of people, understandably so, he was such a douchebag early on that they don't really believe or care about the transition. They don't care about how things twist. They didn't buy it, or they didn't care to buy it, or they didn't really give a shit that occurred, or they went, no, Eli Roth wrote it in a bad way, or he didn't write it well enough, or I can understand that. But at the same time, I can't really say I fall in that category, in the fact of, he was douchey, but at the same time, he wasn't that hateable to me. I'm like, okay, you're kind of a douchey, okay, you're kind of a prick, but that's as far as it went, like that level of tone with me. It was never, fuck this guy, it was never that. It wasn't, like, hell, I got more of a, well, he was a villain, but Colin Farrell in the Fright Night remake, God, there's plenty of other movies where I've hated characters. The fucking lady in Halloween 5. What the fuck, Tina in Halloween 5? Well, pretty much all the characters in Halloween 5 can suck my ass. Yeah, I think it was it Tina? I think it was. And the fucking dumbass Halloween 5. there's a lot more hateable characters, and so like it wasn't that they said hateable to me as a character, and because of the physical circumstances he went in, where he finds his friends dead and he's being put in this terrible situation, he gets his fucking fingers cut off. That I felt sorry for his predicament because I'm like, yeah, he's a bit of a dip, but he doesn't deserve this. I think the actor did a good job portraying being scared without being seeming phony, without it seeming, again, I hate the word cheesy, but cheesy, or any of that effect. And since I felt sorry for his predicament, when he gets the gun and it becomes a revenge movie, that's when it perked my interest. I'm like, yes, that's more my kind of movie. Let's do it. It's a survival movie. It's a revenge movie. And you get some good, headshot. If for one guy, there's a trip and he actually is cutting off his own fucking leg. Practical makeup effects. There's some decent shots, like, again, this is super spoilers. He finds his buddy dead, and he's hiding under this tray, this table. And if you notice, there's a guy chopping. He's chopping these things in the body, the body parts up. Each chop, there's a cut. So a chop, there's a cut here. A chop, and at that, there's a cut here. Then a cut to chop, there's Jay Hernandez. Cut, there's the body. Cut, as the two of them. And just, I thought that was a nice piece of editing. Nice idea. I never really thought of it, but it was a good choice. And that whole, like, you're seeing your friend dead, and you can't say anything, or scream, or cry, or anything, because otherwise you're dead. And, like, the best scene in the movie, one of the best scenes of the movie, maybe the best scene, is when, no, I would say is the best scene in the movie, is when he finds his garb, and there's this other guy who paid to torture someone. I forget that actor's name, but he really plays this hostile. You think I should do it quick, or you think I should do it slow? And then Jay Hernandez, just the look on his face, like what's he supposed to do it quick? Yeah, do it quick. No, fuck that. I'm not gonna do it quick. I'm gonna do this. Like, there's the crazed asshole, but he's like that is a guy I would be freaked out at. And Jay Hernandez, he didn't act stupid. He didn't act fucking. He didn't do something stupid that gave his position away. I was kind of in Jay Hernandez's shoes, like, I don't know what the fuck to say to this freaky weirdo guy. And then he actually thinks about someone other than himself, because there's this Japanese lady named, I think, Kana. And it's over the top with the eyeball thing, but like he's got a cut in, there's pus, and he's helping her out, he's trying to save her, so he's being proactive. He's actually doing something. He's actually trying to help this person. He's not leaving them behind. He's not being an unselfish prick. And there's even a point where she sees herself and how fucked up she is, so she doesn't want to live anymore. I mean, granted, I don't know, you needed to have her jump in front of a fucking bus and splatter, like... I think it would have been better if it was a more sad way. Like, what I would have done is... I'm going off tangent, but bear with me. Because Paxton, Jay's like, hey, come on, let's go. He doesn't want to leave her behind, like, come on, let's go. If she says something like, I'll be right there, I just need to compose myself, however you want to word it, so that Jada Hernandez is looking, and then she sees her reflection, and she looks around, she finds like a piece of glass, a piece of something sharp. whatever's on the ground. I mean, people leave shit everywhere on the ground. You know, I know. People leave shit all everywhere. Or maybe there's like glass. She like breaks a little bit of the glass, and then and we see her pick up the glass. Cuts to Jay Hernandez. He's trying to find out what bus, where they need to go, how they get the fuck out of there. When he does, he turns back, touches her, and you have the loud noises of the trains and stuff. Her head does like this. You know, you've seen that in movies where it does this and her head goes like this. And you have this look at Jay Hernandez and he looks and you see that she cut her wrists. And he... You know what? Kind of like this film. What happened with a certain character where they find that certain character dead in the shower? And I was like, oh, that's sad. You know? That would elicit more of an appropriate response. And you would feel bad. I think the jumping and that elicits like a laughter. Like, what the fuck? I don't think that was the right call. I don't. I think that would have been better. The way I described it. That's just my opinion. But again, like the revenge aspect, like there's a bit where he's driving, there's the fucking bitches that got him and his friends to this place it got paid to get them killed, and he fucking runs those bitches over. And then the asshole that we know killed his friend, who we thought would be the main guy, he fucking hits the door and Ray drowned his head and slits his throat. And then like the movie's over and it was satisfying. Guy, he got through this, he survived, he's alive, he got his revenge. And then the sequel ruined it. That's why I don't really... If it wasn't for that sequel, I probably would watch Hostel more. Just for that third act. But the sequel ruined it, because what happened? Oh, the next one. Oh, they know Jay Hernandez escaped, and they kill him. And he's found dead. And then they just do the same fucking movie, only it's girls instead of guys. 3 girls instead of 3 guys, or whatever the fuck. So Eli Roth is a fucking idiot. He ruined his own goddamn thing. So he fucked up. So yeah. That's why I could go fuck Eli Roth, is Hostel Part 2. Like Hostel 1 with the third act, I can enjoy. Hostel Part 2 sucks. And the way they did Jay Hernandez tear her dirty, I don't know what the fuck Eli Roth was thinking. He's a fucking moron. He wrote and directed that. That was also that bullshit of, oh, this is the most controversial ending ever. It was like on G4 or some other shit. I forget. G4, TED G4, something like, oh, my movie's got the most controversial ending ever. The most shocking ending. Yeah. A guy gets his dick cut and fed to a dog. It's not... Sally, I've seen fucking shit turn you white. You know, I've seen a lot of worse shit. It was just a fucking stupid movie. That was, you know, you should warn people about that, Eli Roth. Be careful watching Hostel Part 2. It fucking sucks. But yeah, I grew to like Paxton's Jay Hernandez because of his trial by fire in the third act. And I don't think the actor's a bad actor. I don't. I think he did a good job for what he was given. And then the sequel ruined that. But it said quick thoughts, but it's like 20 minutes. But oh well. I guess I just wanted to go a little bit more detail on that. But hope that suffices. But with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. And we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.